What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Jeremiah 2 times. Talk to me nice, say it twice. The backwards hat bandit. And we here with the part 2 of Bootcamp because I really like and appreciate the way y'all saw love on the first one. So like I said, we coming with the second one. Man, and I'm just gonna jump right into it. So at this point of Bootcamp, you know, like I said on the last one, I'm out of my first ROM and everything like that. We into a division now. We in division 332, right? 332. And you know, we just all getting acquainted and everything like that. So everybody's starting to get their leadership roles and stuff like that going on in Bootcamp. You know, and at this point we at the starting ship, which is called the Pearl Harbor. And you know, everybody knew around there, right? Everybody knew. Everybody going the ugly old blueberries with the tied around your waist, bald. For the females, we seeing what y'all really look like. We seeing the down and dirty, 100% authentic. We seeing it. But it's okay, because y'all seeing us at bald, ashy head. Man, some dudes had that sand at the top of their head. I'm telling you, it's everybody's at their lowest of low. You can't laugh at nobody. The most humbling experience, I may say. But man, so yeah, we all getting through that stuff. They wake you up around like 6, you know, because it's P days. P days is, like I said, the introductory week where, you know, they just sort of letting you sort of get settled before they rock your world. Boy, do they do that. So you know, you pretty much just like sitting down a lot. You go out, you go to eat, and let me tell you this: at the Pearl Harbor, the best food you gonna eat. The best food you gonna eat. I'm talking about breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The best food you gonna eat. I'm telling you, I swear on everything I love. Bro, I'm telling you, you gonna smash. Like, you gonna fill your plate up because you just don't know. You just don't know what's gonna happen next. Every day, you don't know what's gonna happen next. So you gonna eat that food like it's your last meal. You gonna tear it up like it's your last meal. I don't care how little the food you eat now to feel full. You gonna eat till you barely can move, because trust me, you gonna burn that energy off. Most definitely. They gonna get that energy off you. Refund it all the way, 100%. Man, so, you know, we, like I said, we got our leadership roles and everything at nighttime and stuff like that, right? And for some reason, I don't know how like other divisions went, but our leadership we had at first loved to talk at night. Like, imagine you've been working all day, giving all you can, getting screamed at everything, and then right when you finna lay at nighttime, they tell me something. Hey guys, I just wanna talk to you guys real quick. Like, bruh, shut up, bruh. Just let me go to sleep. Please. Please. But no. They wanna have these little powwows. Nighttime. I still remember our leadership at that time. It was a dude named Ordaz. He was like the RPOC, like the head honcho, the leader of it, right? So you had Ordaz. Then you had Wallace was the yeoman. We had my boy Coleman as the MA. This is before he became my boy though. And like I said, y'all don't really know me like that yet. My temper can get there. I can take it there. But you know what I'm saying? We cool now. That's all that matters, you know? So he was the MA. And we had this one dude named like Everoski. He's from New York or something, bro. Like, his accent was so funny to me. Like, we'll still be like, Everoski. He'd be like, Joseph, how you doing this morning? I'm like, it sounded like straight like Goofy, bro. But he was a cool dude, too. He was a cool dude. I can't remember the other leadership, so forget it. But, man, at nighttime, I'm telling you, bro, they used to walk around the compartment, giving us these little speeches and stuff like that. And you know, me already going through my first quarantine with all the older divisions, I was just sort of like, they don't really got to do all this. You know, they're like, man, we need to be a great division, super duper. And I'm like, bro, just get through it. Like, I'm just trying to make it to breakfast. That's how I made it through Bootcamp. Thinking about the next meal. I woke up in the morning, I was like, breakfast. If I can make it to breakfast, I can make it. If I can make it to lunch, I can make it. If I can make it to dinner, I can make it. I'm telling you, if you can make it to that next meal, you good. You good. As long as you can make it to that next meal. That's all I'm gonna say on that. But yeah, so they going through they, little spill with leadership and everything like that. And what's crazy is like Ordaz and Wallace, they actually stayed in the leadership positions like for a good bit of boot camp. Which, like I said, they usually don't last, but they made it. They was the few, the strong. They did it. So I applaud them. I applaud them for that. I applaud them. And so as boot camp go through, like I said, you got your ups and your downs. You got those early mornings, you got getting beat for no complete reason. It just is what it is. You got to deal with multiple different personalities, people from all these different places and backgrounds. That was like the coolest thing for me, I can say, because like I moved around, but I pretty much stayed around a certain group of people. So my field of vision and just I almost said prospect aspect on things really was wide once I got here. You know what I'm saying? So I had to deal with just a lot of people, a lot of strange people, a lot of cool people. Like I said, it's ups and it's downs. And when it's up and it's stuck. And when it's down, it's under the ground. It's down, bro. It's bad, bro. So, first thing I could say was the funniest thing on earth. And for the people who in band and ROTC or just regular people, because I laughed about it too. Marching. It's just simple walking. But what the people do, like for the people who really let it get to them, like mentally, they have the worst time walking ever. It's simple. It's 1, 2, 2, 2 or 3 or 4, right? So 1 and 3 is your left foot. 2 and 4 is your right. Simple, right? You would think that's simple. I'm talking about people was walking like how SpongeBob was doing when he was walking with Squidward, talking about stepping on the beat. Doo, 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 doo. I'm talking about messing it up, bro. I'm talking about bad. Like, I was like, and then they kicking you on the back of your feet. So you trying to change how you walk. Man, it was a lot of uncoordinated people. A lot. And you would think that it would change like they've developed. Nope. They kept doot, 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 doot on the beat the whole time we was in boot camp. And then like, you had some people, another thing that was like just harder for like taller people. Cause I'm like 5'11", 6 foot, I'm in that range. So I was sort of in the division, you're in ranks. You know what I'm saying? It's like 3 people in a rank. So, you know what I'm saying? It could be 3, 4, it just depends. You know what I'm saying? On how many people's there and everything like that. And they got different terminologies for it and all that good stuff. But I was in a part of it where the person who was in front of me was short. Like really short. Like I'm like I said, 5'11", 6 feet. Dude in front of me like 5'8", 5'7". So somehow you have to compensate your strides for theirs. Because it's either that or you finna be kicking them. And everything like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Marching was ridiculous. It was completely, utterly ridiculous. Until, eventually we sort of caught on. We sort of put the sorry people in certain places where you couldn't see that good, so they blended in. But you know what I'm saying? With the right RDC, who got the right eagle eye, they'll see that one person off. And keep in mind, it's like 102 of us. And they see that one person in the mix. And I just be like, how? Then they get on the step. Bro, and you just be like, bro, how did they even see him? They see it. Trust me. They for sure see that. Man, so you got stuff like marching and stuff like that. And then what else, man? I could say, other than marching, once you start getting to the actual like activities and stuff like that, it's actually exciting. I ain't gonna lie, like unless you had an experience like mine. Of course, we're gonna get into that. Everybody getting their uniforms, boots, you in this hot sweatshop type room, right? It's you and your brother division, right? And it's hot in there, right? It's super hot. No AC, but yet there's one fan in the back left corner that's blowing. But I don't know. That's how you know it's all a mental game, right? Because the fan is blowing. It's circulating. You know what I'm saying? Trying to ventilate that air. it's not blowing anything. I thought I was losing my mind one time because I went back to the fan, but I didn't feel nothing. Let that sink in. I was standing in front of the fan, but didn't feel nothing.
Hey, V, line them up.
I'm telling you, they trying to mess with your head. Don't let them do it. Don't let them do it to you. Stay strong. 10 toes. Don't fold. Because I'm telling you, at every bit of the day, they trying to break you down. So I get my uniform. Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? No name on it. No U.S. Navy. Nothing. But it just feels so clean. You know what I'm saying? Because they make sure it fit. You ain't got no bag. You know, they ain't going to let you walk around looking baggy and sloppy. They're not going to let you do that. They're going to drill that in your head. You got to look like a tip-top shape. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so I'm feeling good. I'm like, yeah. You know, yeah. Got my little N-dubs on. Feeling good. Feeling like a sailor. You know what I'm saying? And a few weeks later, you know, going through boot camp and everything like that, everybody getting their names on a you know, name U.S. Navy, right? And like I said, remember, me, Stokes, Willis, and a couple other people, my boy Themlar and all them, we came in through wrong. We didn't start off with this division, so they didn't have our names. Like, it was pretty much like we was just at boot camp, but they had no recollection of us being in boot camp. I'm talking about everybody walking around with names on their stuff, and we just unnamed. We unlocked characters in the division for a long time too. And I'm talking about when you walking through the hallways, which they call P-ways, a random RDC will see you and be like, "What's your name? Why don't you have a name? You disgust me." I'm talking about something, and you just standing there like, bruh, I kid you not, you just standing there like this. And he just like right there in your face. He's like, you disgust me, you disgust me. Why don't you have a name on your uniform? What is wrong with you, guy? Oh yeah, pause. They gonna say guy a lot. Because they can't call you a B word. So they gonna say guy a lot. For females, I'm sorry, I'm not well informed on that because you know what I'm saying? I wasn't in the female division. But for males, bro, you gonna hear a guy like 1,000 times. 1,000 trillion times you're gonna hear guy. And one RDC was like, one petty officer was like, "Oh, what's your name? What's your name, recruit?" I said, "Recruit, petty officer." And he started laughing. To me, I was on that demon time. In my mind, I was like, bruh, if he don't get out of my face, if I could put my name on it, I would have did that. Bruh, he just, "What's your name?" I'm like, "Seaman Recruit." He said, "You got jokes, you got a smart mouth, don't you?" "Seaman Recruit." I was like, "Yes, petty officer." Guess who was getting beat? Push-ups, 8 counts, Mason twists, bruh. Talking about getting beat just for saying that. Like, bruh, I'm telling you, they'll beat you for the most inconvenient things. And so of course that stuff happened. That was annoying. I'm not gonna lie, it was highly annoying. But it is what it is. You know, you just dust it off your shoulders and keep moving. Just roll with the punches. That's all you could do. So, you know what I'm saying? We keep going through that stuff. Keep in mind, COVID was brewing. COVID was loading up them clips and calling his homeboys to do a drive-by on us. But we didn't know it yet. We didn't know just what was coming yet, right? We getting through boot camp and we eventually make it to our ship, right? You know, we move from Pearl Harbor. We go to our home ship, you know what I'm saying? It's just a building, but you know what I'm saying? Home ship because we're in the Navy. And it's a building 4 and it was way in the back of the base, right? Way in the back. So, you know, we get situated and everything. You like, all right, cool. Boot camp finna get started, you know what I'm saying? Let's go, you know. You ready for boot camp. Man, I still don't know to this day if this was just a test or the AC just actually stopped working. Bro, it was so hot. Keep in mind, I got in July. I never knew Chicago got so hot. Bruh, like it get hot in Atlanta, but Chicago hot? For it to be up north, bruh, it get hot. Like it's the dirty, dirty South. It get hot. bruh, and the AC broke. Bro, when I'm telling you, it was like, it seemed like a perfect disaster. The AC broke, and then one person said they think they got symptoms of COVID. And what they gonna do is they gonna test that person, right? So that person leave, they test them, right? Boom. They wait for his test results to come back, but since they waiting, they gonna come back to the room, the medic people, you know, corpsmen, HMs, you know what I'm saying? They come in and they take people who in a 6-foot radius of that person. So one person bit the dust. And then they sort of start playing like a mind game. Like the medical person come by, he check everybody's temps, he asks, you know, do you have any symptoms? Of course. Everybody's saying no. You want to get through boot camp, right? You want to. But what I can say is, as far as COVID, a lot of the symptoms are like the same symptoms in like simple allergies, and you know, like the flu or something like that. If you have the flu, by all means, go tell them. You know what I'm saying? They gonna say you got COVID, but you might just have the flu, or you might just have allergies. So don't let them mentally trick you into something, because you just gonna put yourself in a 2-week pause where you're not doing anything, and they gonna separate you completely, and then you're gonna be back in a later division with even newer people to the Navy who don't know, and you know what I'm saying? It's just like a vicious cycle. So if you honestly feel like you have it, by all means, go. But if you like, oh, my nose running a little bit, don't you do that. Don't you do that to them other people around you. Because I had people in my division who did that. And by all means, it was a very few of them who actually had COVID. I think it was like 1 or 2. But yet 16 of them went. Not all at once. They ain't blitzed the medical center. No, it was like one at a time, right? Like I said, it was like COVID sort of came through like a sniper. Like it was just sort of like, boom, got him. All right, 6 people going with him too, right? Got him. And then the AC crashed. And oh boy, boy, it was hot as hell. And guess what my RDC is talking about? If it's 100 degrees outside, imagine what it is inside. With no AC and the windows closed. It was hot, scorching, blazing. It was hot, right? So they talking about something. Oh, we gonna open up every other window at nighttime. And then we gonna put this gigantic fan that we found in some old dusty room that is covered in dust in here and let it blow too. So not only is it hot, you got this big fan that's blowing dust everywhere. Random dust. Just all over the place, just random dust. And so you got people that nose getting stuffed up, allergies messing up. They already hot. So you hot, angry. And you just got a whole lot of other stuff going on because they still screaming at you. They still putting you through that genuine boot camp experience. Man, I'm talking about, bruh, it was like, and then this is when COVID came through with that shootout. I'm talking about, they came dumping. Doop, 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 doop. Bruh, we went from 102 to 56 in like a week. In like a week. I'm talking about dumping. COVID came through that mug, dumping clips. Lighting people up. And then eventually, our RDC was like, all right, we getting a little tight around her. So what she did was she put us in a divisional quarantine, right? And this second one was nothing at all like my first one. My first one, we was in the Memorial Drill Hall, the hall that you would, if it wasn't COVID, you would graduate in. But since, you know, COVID going on, they got all them cubicles in there. But see, that one was full. COVID was getting so bad on base, like even the petty officers was catching it. So it was full. So what they did was they opened up this really old drill hall called Pacific Fleet, if you may. You know what I'm saying? That was the Wild Wild West. Not only did, like, the petty officers, they usually do this little roaming cycle where they walk around, you know, make sure they're all straight, right? They only did that in Memorial Hall because it was males and females in there, right? This one was all dudes. All dudes. Bruh. I'm talking about the first day there. Like, our division was really strong because we got beat a lot. Like, when I came into boot camp, I was weighing like 170. By the middle, by the time we went to that divisional round, I was weighing 185. Like, I'm talking about push-ups every day, getting beat in your whole uniform with the boots on and everything. So, you know, and then you eat. Don't get me wrong, you eating good. 3 days, 3 times a day, you eating. So you definitely packing on some weight, you know what I'm saying? It ain't just chubby, you gaining weight. So we go in there, and this is one where like nobody was in Pt.2, so everybody on their uniforms. And you know, for the people who's like they first time going to Raw, they like, oh, I'm gonna miss my mommy, and oh my God, I can't believe we're going in. But for the veterans, for the OGs, me, my boy Stokes, Willis, Themlar, and all them, we in that mug like, shoot, it is what it is. We know the game now. Yeah, we thought so. Pack Fleet a whole nother hood. We was in a whole nother block. The wrong block. Bruh, we get in there the first day, and everybody like looking at us because we had a lot of tall people in our division. Like, we had a lot of, like, I think our tallest person in our division was like 6'6", 6'7". And it went from like 6'7", 6'5", like, we had some height. We looked like a basketball team. I ain't even gonna lie. We had height out there. So we walking through, and people just like looking like, oh man. They was thinking we was an 800 division. And for the people who not in the military, 800 division is like the SEALs, you know, SWIC people, you know, the people that go on them super missions and, you know, strap up in the mountains and all that good stuff, you know, go after the super bad guys, right? So they thought we was that. We were not at all. We just were very dysfunctional and kept getting beat. So, you know what I'm saying, we look bigger than the rest of them. And, you know, I'm kicking it, cooling, in my little cubicle. Had a few people around, you know, chatting it up. I like to make people laugh. So, you know, I'm talking. We just, just have chopping it up. This dude named Badget, I will never forget his name. Bro, Badget was built like the Hamburglar. Yeah, I messed that up. Hamburglar, right? With glasses on. He come around, talking about walking like this right here. So they got walking around the corner. I'm like, I wonder who this is, right? So, you know, I'm sitting there, I'm sitting down, everybody like sitting like in a, pretty like a semicircle, right? He come by and I stand up, but I'm still in my cubicle. Keep in mind, this is a key part. I'm still in my cubicle, right? He come through, he looked dead at me. Get the fuck back in your cubicle. I was like, anyways, anywho, like I was saying, so I keep talking to other people. This dude stepped toe to toe with me, boot to boot, talking about like this, just right there, boot to boot. And I'm like, everybody looking like Joseph, chill, right? Because they can just see it on my face. Because I'm not the person, when I get mad, I'm not finna start barking at you and, you know what I'm saying, doing all this. I'm not finna do that, right? So he got toe to toe with me. He was like, get the fuck back in your cubicle. Like, I guess he thought my cubicle was way down or something, right? No. And all right, so he popping his stuff. I said, let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there, right? And you know, I had glasses on, but my glasses broke, so I'm gonna use these right here as my example. You feel me? I'm like this. Hold on. See, this way you got me fucked up, Baggett. I don't know who the fuck you talking to, but I'll rip your patches off. Cause he had on these, the American flag and the don't tread on me, the little flag with the snake on it. And I'm like, bruh, if you don't get in my face, I will spit on you, bruh. Like, I will beat the dog out of you, bruh. And he was like, he started feeling some type. He's like, oh, I'm the Arpak. Arpak is a little temporary leader name. I was like, this, bro, I don't care. Get out my motherfucking face, bro. And he was like, he started feeling like flustered. Like, he started turning red and blushing. He walk around the corner. He bring another Arpak. Like I'm supposed to care about that. Cause now me, I'm near my boy Willis, Stokes, Wallace. You know what I'm saying? We Ordaz, we all there like, what? Cause if we gonna get in trouble, we gonna crash out together. Like, I'm telling you, in boot camp, bro, you gonna grow like people who since y'all all going through hell together, y'all gonna just be closer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gonna actually be cool. You know what I'm saying? Like down the road type thing. Like, I still talk to them, and I ain't even seen them since boot camp. But you gonna like be close with a lot of people. So like, we was like, shoot, if he finna swing, we gonna swing, right? And they all like, oh, y'all can't do that. We said, bro, you might as well just get off our block, cause that's how it is. Like, the way y'all set up in there, that whole length of y'all cubicles that your division in is your block, and you better hold it down. You better not let nobody come on there disrespecting anybody on your block. I don't care if you ain't even cool with that dude in your division. What happens in the division, stay in the division. You don't let the beef you have with somebody else in your division, you don't let nobody else see that. So if it's a dude you hate and he finna go fight somebody, you better be there. I guarantee it. You better be there, or you lame, a dub, the worst type of person, right? So that happened. It was a whole that happened a lot actually. It was a couple of times where we was about to get thrown them bows, about to nuck you if you buck up in there. It was getting real rowdy, cause people be letting them N-dubs fool them. Be letting it fool people. Be trying to, man, I don't know what be going on in their minds, but we wasn't the ones. We wasn't the ones nor the twos. Wasn't the ones to play with on that one. Not for that, you know, and eventually, you know, people just stayed in their lanes. We stayed in our lane, you know what I'm saying? We ain't like search for beef, but like I said, when you trapped in a stadium with cubicles, you start to lose your mind just a tad bit. Just a little bit. And you know, at this point we can send letters though. We can send letters. I'm talking about sending letters like I'm talking about I was sending like 10, 12 letters out a day, just writing, cooking up stuff, right? Just boom, yeah, I miss you too, I miss you. Do. Sending them out, getting letters back and everything, right? Now, you know, all that stuff was cool, but now it's time for when things got really out of pocket. We had something called a phantom shitter, right? Phantom shitter. So we didn't have like actual showers. What they did is they brought in these pretty much 18-wheeler trucks, but they were showers on the inside, right? We all showered in there. So, you know, you take your good shower. That hot water feel good. It do. It feels so good when you just been sitting. And they make you wear your uniform in these cubicles. So you just pretty much putting your uniform on, looking the best you can to sit down. It's like you plan on going to the club with your friends one night or something, to a little kickback party, whatever. Put on your best fit. You dripped out, you know what I'm saying? And then you just sit there in your room. Don't go nowhere. Sit there. Dressed. The best you can. Right? Boom. And we all sitting there. I'm putting on my lotion and everything. I got on my little shower shoes. You know what I'm saying? Putting on lotion. You don't want to be ashy, right? And this chief come up. And he was like Ugandan or something. Bruh, his accent, when he get mad, was like crazy. Like, so he get up there, he tap on it. He go, everybody to the toe line. The toe line is just the edge of your cubicle. Everybody to the toe line. Meow. And I was like, okay, cool, right? And they give you this countdown from 10. So, you know, you got time to throw something on real quick, get to the toe line. He said 10, 5. I said, what the hell? What the fuck? Bro, I just start throwing shit on. He's like, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attention. Everybody in that mud to myself. Stand at attention. Bruh. And he said, I don't know how you animals live back at home. And you know, everybody looking around like, what is he talking about? Right? Because man, I'm talking about his introduction to what he really wanted to say was longer than Playboy Cardi's song. Like, he was like, I don't know how you guys lived at home, but we don't do disgusting shit like that. And I was like, what is he talking about? Right? Like, what's going on? Because inside of this stadium, it's like 300 of us, right? And he said, shitting in the showers? And I was like, oh, hell no. Bruh, somebody, I don't know what possessed this person, took a dump in the shower. And the little grate, the little hole that the water go in, was about yay big. about this big, right? Bro, covered it, and then tried to step on it to get it to go down the drain, and then just left it there. And somebody else walked in there and seen it, so they told him, and he's like, "That is disgusting, bro." What they had us do, because he was so mad, was so annoying, bro. Like, what it is, all right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all. All right, so boom, right? You standing on a tow line, at attention, right? You know what I'm saying? Look, look sturdy. He like this, one pace forward, march, step, about face, one pace forward, march, parade, rest. Attention, about face, one pace forward, march. All right, so boom, that's how you doing it, right? Bruh, he had us standing at parade rest. The thing with my hands back, right? That I showed y'all. Bruh, we was standing there for like 46 minutes. I'm talking about, bruh, you know what I'm saying? You would think like, oh, that don't really hurt like that. Shit. Bruh, yes it do. Cause your arms is up like that at that angle for so long. And he didn't care. He stayed like that until he got tired. And he's just standing regular. So you already know what that means. Cramps. Arms cramping. Right. That stuff kept going on. That actually happened more times than you would think. I don't know how we never caught the phantom shitter, but it's gonna be one in y'all's. Y'all think it's not. It will. There always is. It's ridiculous. That was the worst thing. Now the funniest thing. Yeah, the funniest thing. The funniest thing was all the Mrs. Shiesties out there that was writing these letters to their boyfriends, husbands, telling them that they cheated. Or like, they found somebody else. Bro, I'm talking about grown men. Because if you think that the age group to be in boot camp is like only fresh out of high school to like 19, that's wrong. And I know a lot of y'all probably don't think that, but it's a couple people that do. Because when I told them I was 20, because I'm 21 now, but when I was 20. They was like, oh, you old. And I'm like, I don't think 20's old. But okay, right? I'm talking about 35-year-old men getting a letter from their wife like, yeah, I got clapped. And I'm done with you. Bye. Bruh. I'm talking about they curled up like feeling sick. Like, I can't believe she did that to me. And I'm just sitting there like, that's tough. That's tough, right? Like, that's tough. But I'm talking about, and it happened so much. Like this one dude, I kid you not. This girl wrote him a 6-page letter, detailed. I'm talking very, very detailed about the 2 guys she cheated on him with. Not at 2 separate occasions. I'm talking about once, one situation, 2 people. A menage a trois, if you may. Man, he was reading it, and then he let us read it. Listen, if that happened to you, fellas, don't let the rest of us read it. Because you might come across a me. And see me, I ain't the type that'll be like, hey, look at this, and run around telling other people. I'm just gonna read it. I'm gonna cross my legs and I'm gonna read it. And I'm gonna be like, how do you feel? How do you feel about this, right? Because a man's first intention when something like that happened is, oh yeah, she was a thought anyway. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, F her. Da-da-da. I ain't really like her anyway. Yeah, you did. You wouldn't be saying that if you didn't. Come on now. Yeah. Talk to me nice. You ain't got to cap to me. Come on now. Man, I'm talking about dudes is in there like heartbroken, like losing it. Just losing their cool altogether. But you know what I'm saying? They made it through. And I salute them. They made it through. They stood strong, even though their girls was getting clapped like a round of applause. Boy. I'm talking about, bro. I had never thought that stuff like that was true Like I seen it on movies and stuff like that, but oh boy, is it true. It was dudes like, you gonna see people in there that's like 18 with rings on. Like they got married because you get a check now. You what you get is when you married, you know what I'm saying, in the military, you get BAH. So you know what I'm saying, they help you get a house and everything like that. You just get extra money. So some people, you know what I'm saying, do that. I'm not saying they cheat the system or whatever. I'm not saying like they not really in love, but love is rare around here, around these parts. So I don't believe it. But you know what I'm saying, they say they in love or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They got their high school sweetheart and all this other stuff. I guarantee when they got them letters, I guarantee them rings disappeared. They were gone. As they should. I was like, boy, y'all tripping. Right? Y'all tripping. But, you know, eventually we got out of wrong. You know, we got it wrong. Everything was cool. I eventually getting cool. I got really cool with like my art park or Dawes, Wallace, and all them. Cause Wallace was actually from Georgia too, which was cool. Or Dawes was from like San Diego. He one of them jiu-jitsu dudes. So, you know, and this is like the closer to the end of boot camp. And on the last day, don't do this, but we wrestled. We had like this big wrestling thing in our compartment. And it was just one dude who like I was sort of cool with, sort of not. You know what I'm saying? Let me stop. I ain't even finna cap you. I didn't like that dude at all. His name was Harris. He was this white dude from somewhere in California, right? And we all know that one white person, or maybe they're not white, they just something that's not African American, right? That drop the N-word. That just say it like it's fluent. And they be like, yeah, most of my family's black. I know a lot of black people. Don't do that. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what they did back at home. They let you do back at home. Don't do that around there. Don't do that. I wasn't for it, right? So when everybody was wrestling, I was like, I want to wrestle Harris. But keep in mind, all these dudes did wrestling like in high school. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just did like wrestling with my cousins, slamming them on the bed type stuff. But I was stronger than them. But they didn't know that yet. So I go against Harris and he tried to do like this thing wrestlers do. You know, I done seen him do it before. Like they grab the back of your head and then like yank you, right? He tried to do that. And I slipped and I grabbed him. And he tried to like muscle me. And I'm like this, nope. Dude. And he fell straight, like I fell on top of him. He went straight to the ground. I like just pushed his head against the ground. And I was like, bro, stop playing with me. And he was like, all right, everybody's like, oh, get off, right? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like no, I was trying to intentionally do like actual, let me not count. I wasn't trying to hurt him that bad though, right? He wasn't hurt that bad. He's okay, he good. But that junk was funny, right? And then, you know, we eventually get our orders, which is where you gonna go after A school. So my A school was still in Chicago, sadly, but it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you roll the punches, keep it moving. I was just glad to be out of boot camp finally. Like I said, I went in July and didn't get out till October. You know what I'm saying? They could have sent me to Pakistan and I would have been glad just to get out of the boot camp. So, you know, you get out and everything was cool. And, you know, on my orders, they give you, for certain jobs called rates, you get to pick for certain jobs though. Not everyone, so don't go up in boot camp thinking you finna pick. You're not. It depends. I'm a quartermaster, so I deal with navigation and stuff like that. So I got to pick, and I chose Florida, Rota, Spain, and San Diego, right? And I got Florida, so I'm like the only person in my division who got Florida. So I'm lit. I'm like, whoa, you know, I'm going to Florida. Everybody, Wallace got like Japan. My boy Dawes, got Dawes has some super express califragilistic rate. My boy Stokes got he was an MA, so he didn't get his job till later, where he was going later. He eventually in Korea now, so that's what's up. That's pretty lit. Willis got Virginia, stuff like that. So you know, everybody cool, vibing, getting their stuff. Then we get on that bus to A school. A school. But that's for another time. I'm out. Psych, hey, don't even try to do me like that. Cheat me out like that. It's Jeremiah 2 times, man. Talk to me nice, say it twice. The hat, damn it. Hat backwards bandit. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, man. Make this video go stupid. And A school coming. A school. I'm telling you. A school. A school, A school. A school, A school, A school. All right, I'm out.